You're now watching Q News with me, Henny Saif, and here are the top stories for this hour. The Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has cast his vote in the 2025 Senate elections at a polling station in Heliopolis, Cairo, as voting kicked off across the country. The two-day election sees 424 candidates competing for 200 of the 300 Senate seats, 100 through individual races and 100 through party lists. The remaining 100 members will be appointed by the President. Polling stations opened at 9 a.m. with authorities implementing measures to ensure smooth and accessible voting nationwide. The election is organized by Egypt's National Election Authority and relevant institutions. Egyptians turned out in large numbers to vote in the 2025 Senate elections, with long queues reported across polling stations nationwide. Officials praised the smooth and organized process, with sunshades and accessibility measures provided for the elderly and disabled voters. Cairo, which has over 8 million eligible voters, witnessed particularly strong participation. A total of 424 candidates are contesting 200 seats, 100 through individual races and 100 through party lists, while the remaining 100 members will be appointed by the President. The National Election Authority confirmed that over 69 million Egyptians are eligible to vote, with 25,000 local and international observers monitoring the process. The Egyptian Red Crescent has dispatched the third batch of its seventh aid convoy to Gaza, consisting of hundreds of trucks loaded with essential supplies including baby formula, flour, cooking oil, sugar, cheese, canned meals, legumes and fresh bread. The convoy aims to provide enough food to feed a family of 5 for at least 1 week. This week's aid shipment is significantly larger than the previous one, reflecting growing efforts to support Gaza's residents amid ongoing hardships. After a 6-hour wait, 4 groups from the convoy moved towards the Qnews border crossing. However, yesterday's traffic jam on the road from Rafah to Qnews stretched over 4 kilometers due to Israeli obstructions. Currently, around 200 trucks from the National Alliance for Civil and Development Work remain in the logistics area, awaiting clearance to enter Gaza. This convoy marks the 11th instance of popular Egyptian participation in aid efforts through the alliance, with a total of 4,000 tons of aid being contributed. The Palestinian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates has called on the UN Security Council to urgently enforce an immediate ceasefire in Gaza and hold ongoing acts of genocide, forced displacement and annexation against the Palestinian people. In a statement, the ministry warned of dire consequences for over 2 million Gazans trapped in a cycle of killing, starvation and medical deprivation. It also urged the adoption of outcomes from the UN Conference on the Settlement of the Palestinian Issue, including the two-state solution. The ministry stressed that delaying a ceasefire only furthers efforts to forcibly displace Palestinians from their land. The Arab Parliament has strongly condemned the storming of Al-Aqsa Mosque by Israeli settlers, including extremist minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, under the protection of Israeli forces. The incursion, which included provocative rituals and dances, was labeled a blatant violation of the legal and historical status of Jerusalem and a dangerous provocation to Muslims worldwide. In a statement, the Parliament said such acts are part of a systematic policy of ethnic cleansing and religious escalation, linking them to ongoing atrocities in Gaza and forced displacement in the West Bank. Holding Israel fully responsible for the escalation, the Arab Parliament urged international intervention to halt violations and protect Palestinian people and holy sites. This concludes our top stories for this hour. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more updates coming up here on Q News.